It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
At 0256 Greenwich Mean Time on July 21st, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human being to ever step foot on the moon. Since then, a total of 12 people have walked on the moon, but the last time an astronaut boot touched lunar soil was 1972. Now, 50 years later, NASA is sending astronauts back as part of the Artemis program. Scheduled to launch in a few short weeks is the first phase of the Artemis program. NASA's new space launch system Mega Rocket will deploy the uncrewed Orion spacecraft and venture thousands of kilometers beyond the moon on a 3-week mission. Orion will stay in space longer than any spacecraft capable of carrying astronauts ever has. In the second phase of the Artemis project, planned for 2024, a Canadian astronaut will join others aboard the Orion spacecraft as they set a record for the farthest human travel beyond the far side of the moon. Finally, in the third phase, the first woman and the first person of color in history will walk on the moon. The Artemis program will not only bring us these first, but it'll also lay the groundwork for an orbiting science station known as the Gateway that will act as a staging point for human and robotic lunar missions. The ultimate goal is to build an Artemis base camp on the surface of the moon where astronauts can live and work for up to 2 months at a time. While studying and exploring the surface of the moon is an achievement in its own right, scientists hope that by establishing a successful lunar colony, we'll be able to learn everything we need to know about building a successful Martian colony. Wow. When I was a junior scientist, these ideas were things that I used to read about in comic books and science fiction novels. And now, only a few decades later, they become a reality, thanks to the hard work, creativity, and imagination of scientists around the world. To celebrate the Artemis program, the Canadian Space Agency is planning events across the country in the coming months, including some moon observing nights. For more information, ask the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada Centre nearest you. Thanks for listening, junior scientists, and don't forget to have a science-tastic day.